I'm here in Crested Butte, Colorado, out for a hike. I wanted to share with you in this video what I bought today, what my goal is for these trades, and what my goal is for the end of the week. So check it out. So over the last week, we've been driving out here to Crested Butte, Colorado. Super excited, got the kids with us. We're so excited about being here. It's one of the areas we really love. So as we were coming out, my wife and I were talking about what is the intent of our investment strategy? What are we trying to do? Now that I'm no longer a financial advisor, it's sort of weird not having that monthly income. So what we determined was, let's start making more income generating trades or investments over the next rest of the year and see how that works out. So we determined that we needed to hit a certain dollar amount a month to generate everything that what life costs us on a monthly basis, but also travel costs, fun costs, that kind of thing costs. So once we determined how much we needed on a monthly basis, I broke that down into the amount of capital we were willing to risk. And then from there, I look at every position that I look to take on and figure out a dollar amount that we want to earn off that trade. So we also took into account how much could we lose of our capital. And this is the risk management side of things. When I looked at putting stops on, I looked at what I was willing to lose. And on stocks, I'm willing to lose no more than 6%. So any stock trade I place, I put a 6% trailing stop behind it once I've bought the stock. Options is another beast. Since I'm not putting as much capital at work, in this case, I'm willing to take a little more downside risk. So I'm putting those at about 10 to 12%. Sounds like a lot, but remember, I'm not risking an enormous amount that would take me out of the game. Now I expect my strategy to actually generate a lot of trades. And I know I'm probably not gonna get percentage-wise big gains. I'm just looking for dollar amount returns. Once I hit that dollar amount, I'm out, I take my money. Maybe I do a 2/3 profit taking, let the other third run kind of situation. Just depends on the trade. Now I'm running two portfolios. One is a stock and option portfolio, and the other is a crypto portfolio. My crypto portfolio is more of a buy and hold kind of strategy. I'm very overweighted in a certain position and underweighted in others. But I'm reanalyzing that and looking at where Bitcoin could make a move to once it gets out of this downward trend. So the first thing that happened this morning was I hit my target price on my position in QFIN. I took on that position on Friday at about $38.90, and I hit my target of $43 this morning. So it was great to wake up and check that out and see that I made a good amount of money in a very short period of time. So it worked out real well for me. But it is starting to pull back, and according to my calculations, I will be able to buy it at a lower price again and possibly trade it back up to that 43 range again. So on QFIN, I put in a limit order at 36.89 or 36.90. I think I rounded it up. So I hope in the next couple of days it'll run back down to that range, hit my target entry price, and then make another move higher up to that 43 and higher range. The next position I bought was MT is the symbol. It was trading at 32.67 at the time I put my limit order in at 30.20. I don't know if I hit that this afternoon, but we'll check in a little while. My overall goal in that is to get about 10 to 20%. That would be about a $2 to $3 return on my position, and would get me to that, closer to that weekly goal that I have set income-wise. So the next position I bought, or I put an order in for, was Wells Fargo WFC. And I put that limit order in at 43.90. Don't know if I got it yet. We'll find out here in a couple hours. So we just got back from our hike, which was really cool. It's definitely very hot here, not compared to Florida, but it's just a dry hot. But one last trade I put in was a speculative trade that my daughter's boyfriend told me about. It was for Canon, CAN is the symbol, but it was an option position, and it's a expiration for this Friday the 18th, 12:50 call. So I bought a small portion in that of my overall capital. So I'm really curious to see how that works out. It's not profitable at all yet. It's actually at a loss. But I'm in it at 35 cents, which goes against my stop loss. But this is one that I see potential that I could get a pop out of it in the morning and be out of it. In conclusion, I've got orders in for MT, QFIN, and Canon, CAN on a speculative side of things. And last, WFC, Wells Fargo. We'll see how if those execute today, or actually they didn't execute today, so we'll see if they execute tomorrow. Presently, I'm holding some puts on Exxon, which I'm profitable in, but I'm going to see how they work out tomorrow, and I may just take my profits because it does generate the income level I wanted to generate. I was just wanting to see if we see a spike in the volatility in oil, and if we see more downside pressure on Exxon. I own some options on NNDM, which is Nano Dimensions. Their January calls, they're starting to look better now. They're a long-term play for me. Along with, I also bought a position in option position in Playboy, PLBY today. It came down to the lower end of its risk range and is starting to move back higher. I have an overall price target of about 55 or so on the stock positions, but I bought the options. So those are July 16th options. So partial options, partial stock. So I'm really excited about my positions in the overall portfolio. First of all, let's make sure that you hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, if you will, and share the video with a friend or somebody who could benefit from this. It's always educational. This is not advice. So do your due diligence. And in the end, every day should always be a live loud day. So please go out and live loud. And I'll give you an update on these trades tomorrow, sometime later in the evening or Wednesday morning. Take it easy. Peace.